Anyway, so this is where we are. So remember, this is the bit of fabric that we're going to have down the spine, and we'd put these spines in last time. Okay, let me just move that out of the way. And we'd put this in the previous video, not last time, obviously. And I'd asked you which of the style of paper you wanted on either panel, okay, and I'll let you decide. Well, I've counted all the votes. It was a close run thing on between A and C. B, I think, got 1, maybe 2 votes. So B wasn't an option.
Watching. Say hello.
Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
Tracy Elton.
Hi Tracy.
Joyce Amar.
Hi, who?
Joyce Armour.
Hi Joyce, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
White.
Hi Trisha.
Eva.
Hi Eva.
Leah.
Hi Leah. That's it. Cool. Okay. So
5 altogether watching.
So yeah, so you'd voted, and it was close run between A and C. Okay, and the winner is A. Okay, it won by 1 vote. That's why I said it was close. Okay, so I've cut them already to size, just so that it was less pressure for me to do on camera, especially as my brain is. Well, I mean, I'd done it before I knew that my brain wasn't going to be working properly, but my brain's now processing something, and I'm not able to think properly. So bear with me. Okay, so I'm not sure how I want them. I think I wanted them that way around. They've got this kind of like, this is actually part of it. It's like fading, like water fading. It's got a stamp up here, and I think I wanted them this way round because I kind of thought, you know, when you folded it out, those 2 bits are the bits that are kind of likely to have, like, you know, if you were in a field that sat on a bit of water and then get a bit of, you know, lost their colour. Anyway, so that's how I decided I was going to have it. So let's get these stuck down now that we know that this is what we want, and try and get them in the right places. So I'm going to get a glue book sorted. Well, when in doubt, if you can't find a glue book, just find something. I think I've got one now. It's all right, Brian, I've got it. So yeah, well, let's just get these stuck down. So I'm going to use some white glue to do it with. Okay, although not much of that left, but we'll give it a go. So anyway, I hope everybody's okay. I hope you're having a nice Sunday. Thank you to everybody for your birthday wishes, and thank you to anybody that donated to the Autistics Association for my birthday. I really am grateful to anybody. Didn't expect anybody to be fair. When it popped up and it said, would you like to nominate a charity to receive donations for your birthday, I instantly chose the Autistics Association, but it said, what would you like your target to be? Well, I'd reduced it down from £150 down to 50, because I actually thought there's no way I'll get £50. There's no way that, you know, people will donate. And actually, I think it currently stands at £165. So I am really very grateful to everybody that's put into that. So, and obviously, you know that autism is I'm very passionate about autism because I am myself autistic. So, and today I am feeling autistic. So, when people say, oh, you're not very autistic, you don't look like an autistic person, which I don't know what an autistic person is supposed to look like, but I'm feeling a bit autistic today. So I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of having a bit of a crisis of I'm not good enough. So I don't know how to tell people how to do something when I don't think that I can do it. So and I know everybody goes through that, and I know that's not just an autistic thing, but my over processing is the way that my brain is now preoccupied with that is the thing that's makes me autistic. So and I'm holding back a meltdown by doing this. So I could have just not done it. But I'm sorry if I'm not as lively. I was lively until something cropped up, and then I felt really like positive and like everything was hunky dory until I just had a bit of a crisis of conscience. So I'm sorry that I'm not my usual self, and like I know that means that, like, if you're watching on my YouTube, it's like people like you to be uber confident and that sort of thing, but I can only be me, and
which is all these lovely people want.
Well, Brian keeps saying it's all that people want me to be is be me, but I think people want me to be. I think that people want me to be uber confident, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and this is how you should do it, and don't listen to anybody else. This is how you should do it, and there's only one way. But I can't be that person. I've never been able to be that person, and then times like this, I'm not even able to pretend or.
I don't think any person is like that. Even those confident ones that you love don't do that.
Well, but no, there are. So like Brian's talking in the background, and I don't know how much you can hear, and then it sounds like I'm just talking to myself if you can't hear it. So,
shall I shout out?
So yeah, you either have to shout, Brian, so people can hear, because Brian talks really quietly anyway. So he does exist. So
I'm real. I'm here.
Okay, so I don't know whether you can hear him, and so I don't know how much of the audio gets picked up. So because I'm wearing a mic, whereas he isn't.
So what I'm saying is, I don't think that anyone, even those crafters that you love on YouTube, are uber confident, because they all just deal with it in different ways. But even people like Nick the Booksmith that you love, she'll be like, "This is my way. You do you. I'm not your mum." So she uses humour to cover it. But
I know, but I can't use humour sometimes. I try to use humour. I do use humour, but I can't be somebody else. I can only be me, and that's what I struggle. But that's what I struggle with when you say that, when you say things like that. I feel like you're saying I need to be like her, and I can't be like her. I can only be like me. And I know that, like, one of the things I struggle with is the kind of the acceptance in the craft community, because people are generally quite accepting, but I find it a real struggle being a man in the crafting world, because it's so much harder. You have to work so much harder for people to kind of like accept you. It's so much harder to try and get people to watch you. And I know I should be doing it for myself, and I do it for myself. But if I do it only for myself, I don't need to have the camera on. And so getting prepared to do stuff and like put stuff on and make stuff and feel like you're credible, and unless your name is like Tim Holtz, nobody bats an eyelid. And I just find it really difficult at times. I find and like what I know how pathetic, isn't it? I know I'm pathetic, and I know it comes across as being pathetic, that I'm worrying about what other people think of me in craft. But like, everybody talks about the crafting community, and and I sometimes feel like I'm always on the periphery. So like I find it. I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I find it really struggling today. I'm really struggling.
So,
Stop.
We love you for you. If you're having a bit of a day of it, then we are here for you. But it shows that you're real. So these people are here for you. These people are here.
I know you guys. I know you guys. I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that. Just find it really difficult at times. I put so much work and effort into everything that I do, and whether you think that or not, or whether you think that like it just kind of comes to me and I just do it, but I don't have an imagination. I really struggle with that. I struggle with like people saying, "Oh, you must have an imagination," but I don't. I replicate. I see things. I want to make those things, but I don't. I'll play with craft stuff. So if I have come up with an idea, it's only because I've played and found something. It's not because I've thought, oh, I know exactly. If I do this, this will happen. I just do it and I see what happens. And I can't. And I feel like I should be like the oracle of knowing what I'm doing, and and I don't do things in the way that other genders do. I do it the way that I do it, and I don't. And perhaps I am. It is a bit masculine for some people, but I can't. I can't do anybody else other than me. And I find it just a struggle sometimes. That's what I find it. And I ordered a fabric blade cutter, and that hasn't come either. So like I'm gonna have to cut this again by. Oh, I need to measure it. I'm sorry. I really don't know what I'm doing today. I'm so sorry. And if you can hear something, Brian's just rubbing my back because that helps me to calm down. It's just a way for me to calm down. I need pressure, so not like mental pressure. I mean physical pressure. I sometimes get the dog to lie on top of me when I'm feeling like this. It's not easy when you're crafting.
Yeah, it's funny to watch that.
So, I'm so sorry, people. I am sorry that I feel like I'm letting you down by not just doing it. Just
overthinking it too much.
Yeah, my brain processes are just over firing on everything.
Yeah, it's out of your head flower.
So, and anyway, I'm going to put this in here. Because I said I wasn't going to put it in last week because I didn't know how I was going to attach the things that I wanted to attach. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to have these. So these are the things that are going to go in here. Now these have a thing there. That's a thing to rest on it. So that thing is there just to stop them from like tipping over like that. So they're going to go in there. The glass bottles, and all I did was I made these little holders, holsters, whatever they are, and I've made a thing. So that's for a pair of tweezers, and then I've made a thing for a pen, and that's basically what's going to go down the middle of on the spine part of it. So sorry, I've got a really runny nose now. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And the other thing that I was thinking about having is on here is I'm going to put a rivet in either side, and put a cord through here so that I can tuck something under it, but at the moment I don't know what I want to have on there. And then I was thinking on here about having a French board, but I'll need to get some elastic for that. But I can't blow my nose because I'm on camera. I need to have some water. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry if it's making a noise, or you can hear me gulping. Or
everyone's fine. So I was saying how much they love their Sunday afternoons to do.
I've had a couple of negative comments recently, and that's kind of hit me as well, which I know you shouldn't listen to what people say, but it's weird, although I don't understand that, because people say don't listen to what people say, and then when they say something nice, that I should be listening to what people say. So
yeah, but that's a good example of the taking things literally, isn't it?
yeah, I do take things literally. I know. Again, it's not something I can control or do anything about. Let's just stick these down. This is not going to be in any kind of order. This is not going to be helpful to anybody, because I'm just having to just do things just to keep my mind focused at the minute. So I'm just holding that on there. Let's hope I can just lie it down. So the way I make... Do you want to get me that bit of leather, Brian? So this is actual real leather. This is this.
Gorgeous.
So this is just a really big thick. It's an offcut, and it smells really leathery. And all I've done is I've flipped it over, and I've used the suede bit of it. And the only thing I did was I cut a straight strip, measured round it, cut it down, and glued fused the two ends together with some Fabri-Tac, and then just drew around the base of it and made a circle. And then I've just made these. So this is the strip that goes around the outside, and then that's the base there, and it's just glued in. It's not sewn or anything, but it's really nice, and I think I want to use that on the outside in some way, but I don't know how. But they sit nicely inside, so you know they're not going to fall out because there's a bit of friction in there. So so that's them. And then I did the same with the pen, and the tweezers have just got a little cap on the end so that you don't poke yourself with it, and then that's just a little thing for them to sit in. So I'm going to glue those to this, and that's why I kind of want to get the bits ready so that I can glue it all down and it all stay in one place. So I don't know whether I'm explaining myself very well, so I'm really sorry. So I'm just going to put some glue on the end of here. So yeah, so I'm sorry about crying as well. So I don't know. There's a I don't know whether that's no, because apparently autistic people are supposed to be lacking in emotion, and
That's not true.
well, Brian says it's not true, but I know that lots of people say that is the case. But anyway, let me just say what I need to say. So, but the thing is, I feel like I'm overwhelmed by emotion all the time. Like people saying something sad at work, and I feel really overly emotional about it, and I don't understand why. So I'm going to have to blow my nose. I'm going to have to take my mic off for a minute.
Yes, I'll just give it a good blow. I think it's ultimately it's not.
So sorry, I'll just take my mic, put my mic back on.
It's not that you lack emotion. It's about the processing of emotions. You overfeel emotions, if anything.
Okay, yeah, and I don't always know what emotions I'm feeling. I don't. When people say explain how you're feeling or why you feel like you feel, I don't know why. I can't explain why, and I can't explain what it is that I feel. In fact, I don't understand. There's some emotions I still don't understand what they are. I'm trying to explain. I don't know what I'm doing. No, don't stick it down yet, Dave. Right, I need to decide where are these going. This is a complete waste of time video. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to put those in there. This one's longer because the bottle's longer, and the bottles, they don't fit in each other's holder because they're just a bit. So this is big. This is bigger. So that's too loose in there. So it sits in its own little holder, and that one does too. So I wanted it to go that way round. Now I don't know whether I'm gonna. Do I just stick it down? Yeah, just stick it down, Dave. Yeah. All right. Let's do this and like. So. I feel like I've let people down.
You haven't.
So.
They're all here supporting you.
No, but like, it doesn't stop my brain from processing it like that, though. So I'm going to put all of this down here, and then I'm going to smooth it out so that it doesn't bleed through the outside of the fabric. I'm just going to stick the middle bit down first, and then do the edges in a minute. In fact, I'm going to use the same thing. I'm just going to use this to spread it out with. So this was something that somebody sent me. It was actually supposed to be a makeup thing, and it had a curved end, and I just cut it flat because it's only made of silicone, so I just cut it flat so that it acts like a paddle. You have to smooth things out with. So is that the right way up? Does it matter, Dave? No, not really. People just want you to get it stuck down now. So put that down there, and just find something to spread it out with. I'm feeling cross with myself because I feel like I should have just got my act together and done it. I know I can't explain that. So I just feel like I need to be talking, and I can't. And at the moment, my brain's too occupied with.
Tell them the good stuff. Tell them about your birthday week. What did we do?
Oh yeah, so it was my birthday on Wednesday. We just did some craft on Wednesday. We didn't do anything or go anywhere really.
But we had presents.
But oh yeah, I was getting to that, Brian. So I didn't go anywhere or do anything. But Brian came over, and he brought some presents for me. So I got. Well, I'm trying to remember, Brian. My brain's not helping me at the minute. 3 shirts, floral shirts. Because I like wearing floral, proper dress shirts. They're short sleeve ones, because obviously it's summer, and I like wearing floral shirts. So I've said that though, haven't I? Sorry, I keep saying the same thing. And then some craft bits, some new napkins.
Love a napkin.
Yeah, because obviously I like napkins and things, and I use a lot of napkins in my craft. And I can't think what else, Brian. What
Seal thing.
Oh yeah, well, I've got a wax seal kit with a crucible thing for making it, for like melting it without it being a flame. You know, like the last one that I did, where I had a flame. Because I use a lot of wax seals as well. I like those. So anyway, What else? I'm so sorry. My brain just isn't working.
Those
I'm
rolls of
putting
tickets.
myself into pressure to think, and I can't.
Rolls of tickets.
Oh yeah, these. I've wanted these for a long time. So these are washi tape, but they're like postage stamps, and they tear off like a postage stamp. And I've wanted them for ages, and Brian bought me them. And brain not working. I'm sorry, people.
But it was a nice day.
Yeah, we had a nice day, and we just crafted and just had a nice. Yeah, I was off Tuesday and Wednesday, and Brian was off
all week.
So we just crafted and just had a nice day, and a nice relaxing day with no pressure to. Because normally, because Brian doesn't drive, so normally if we go anywhere, it's like I have to drive there and then I have to drive back, and like sometimes I'm spending more time driving than I am like enjoying the day and that sort of thing. So it was nice just not to do anything other than stay at home and do stuff at home, which is obviously doing stuff, isn't it? It's not doing stuff.
No, but we crafted most
But
of
I
it.
don't. My brain's now
And we don't
over processing that.
We don't get to do that
So
very often at the moment.
so anyway, so that's what we did. I'm really sorry this video is really not helpful, is it? It's not helping anybody, and it's not very interesting, is it? So yeah, and we went. So that and then Friday night, my friend Sophie from London came up, and my friend Marcus from Manchester came over, and Brian came, and we all went out to TGI Fridays for a meal, and it was a really nice evening, and I had a couple of cocktails, and not a lot. I only had like 2, and but I felt really horrible the next day. I felt really, because I don't drink, so.
It was nice at the time though.
But we had a nice time, and it was a nice catch up, and had just nice to see people that I haven't seen. I like from one day to the next. I usually see Brian 3 times a week. Well, during the week, and then I see him most weekends. But I don't see anybody really other than Sophie and Marcus, and I haven't seen them for. I hadn't seen either of them for 2 years, at least. It was 2 years, because I saw them. They came to my 50th birthday party. So, and Sophie now lives in London. So, she used to live. I used to work with her, and she used to live up here, and she now works down in London. She's a police officer.
We saw an actual warrant card.
Yeah, we saw a real warrant card, and she's like training, and
one of the last people on earth I ever imagined being a policewoman.
Yeah, well, no, I kind of like. She's like me. She likes rules, and she likes, she likes to do the right thing, and she's quite bossy, and it suits her, and I know she lacks confidence in whether she can do it or not, but I think she can. I think she undersells her ability.
Something else like that.
And she's a Leo, the same as me, so she's like, I know that, I don't know. I know some people don't believe it, and I don't really follow it, that kind of thing, but I definitely know I am a typical Leo.
I think there are definite traits to it.
So, yeah, she lacks confidence in who she is and what she can do, and yet I know that she's capable of so much more. I used to work with her, and I saw her working every day, and like I know how good she is at things, and I love her to bits. She's she's one of my best friends. So like, as is Marcus and Brian. So
Have you known Marcus?
I've known Sophie for 10 years, and I've known Marcus for 34 years. So Marcus was one of the first. Well, it was the second person I ever dated. So, we stayed in touch all that time. So anyway, there you go. So that's them now stuck in there. So I didn't actually think about this, Dave. Well, can you actually get them out? Yes, you can. That's all right then. Good. Okay, so they're going to live in there. So this now all folds up, and that they're going to sit in there. So they should sit in there quite nicely. You can see in there. You can see that. Anyway, so and I'm just checking that I could get them out, and I can. Obviously, take the cap off that, and that there. So yeah, I knew Leah was Leo. So
birthday Friday.
Happy birthday for Friday, Leah.
We still have a journal for you, woman.
So anyway, that's them. So like I say, I might do that now. Actually, I'll commit to it and put a hole. I'm not gonna put a rivet in. What I am gonna do is, I don't like this bit down here because it all bled through, and just don't like how it looks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on it. So obviously that's too short that way, but that way I'm going to put this. I'm going to recover it and put this on it. Okay, so that's going to sit round both panels. Okay, so that's what I've decided I'm going to do anyway. So I won't stick it down yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a hole in this bit. So this is where I want to have a cord, obviously on the inside. And I was thinking about the cord. I've started to put together a bag of bits that I like. So I thought about this as being the cord. I don't know whether it's too big though. I'm going to have a think about it when my brain's working better and doing me a service. So yeah, I was thinking about that because I kind of thought it kind of goes with it. And it's a bit, it's got a bit touches of green in it. It's got some blue in it. Anyway, but when I do the French board, I'm going to use some elastic. So the French board, I'm thinking, is either going to go on here, or that'll be the thing that we have on the inside of here. If you don't know what a French board is, it's a board with elastic, like going at various different, crossing over, and you pull them up and you stick something underneath it, and it's the tension of the elastic that holds it in place. So you get notice boards that are like it. So, well, I think they are. Right? My mum always referred to them as a French board. You get notice boards with them on always, and that's what I know them as. If other people know them as something else, I'm sorry if it's wrong, but it's only what I've just never heard it. It's only what I know it as. Anyway, so I was going to make some holes in here. So I need something for the cord to go through. So I'm going to need a fairly big hole because it's quite chunky. So let's hope this goes through. I might have it so it goes in a bit further. So I'm really sorry, and I'm grateful to anybody that's stuck with me today. Like I say, I'm just not able to process in the same way today. So anyway, that's a hole there, and I won't put the brads in because I want to put the fabric on, and I'll probably have to make another hole when the fabric's in anyway. So, but I thought if I put that in there, it reminds me for next week what we're doing, because I don't really work on this other than when we're doing it together. So anyway, that's where we are now. I'm like I say, I'm so sorry about today. I'm hoping this is going to go. I think it goes. It's got the same colour way in it. I know it's going to stick over this, but I don't think that's a problem. It kind of like it'll kind of finish off. You see where the paper kind of comes to an end here. We've got the end of this paper on top of the end of this paper, the edging paper, on top of the fabric. I think if we stick the fabric over the top of it, it'll just keep it all from like peeling up. Maybe I should just do that and just bite the bullet and just do it. Just need to get it. The thing is, if I don't know whether I can cut this straight without one of those cutters, and I've ordered one, but it's not.
Do it on the back and draw a line.
Yeah, I've ordered one, but it's not come yet. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So can I have that long ruler, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
The extra long one. Thank you. So I just want to cut the edge isn't that bad, but we'll see if I can cut it anyway. Thing is, it moves, doesn't it? Because it's synthetic fabric, so. The bump in that's moved again. Yeah, it's just moving.
Draw with a biro or something. Draw the line, and I'll cut it with scissors for you.
Oh, blimey. That's no pressure, Brian, just to draw a line. With a biro, I've got one of these.
Anything. Yeah. And then I'll do it with scissors for you.
Okay. So, anyway, I'm going to cut the end off here. So if we can draw a line now. I should have used that same ruler that I was going to use. I'm trying not to beat myself up again on camera though.
Nope, not allowed. None of that.
Okay, so I've drawn a line to cut the edge straight, but the edge looks quite straight now.
And then draw a line for how wide you want it.
Oh, I don't know. How wide do I want it? 6 centimetres. 6 centimetres, I think. Oh, blimey, how do you do that?
Measure it 6 centimetres across in 3 places.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's not that. I know how to measure, but my brain's not working.
Do you want me to do it?
6 centimetres. So there. Am I doing it from the line?
From the line, yeah.
All right. Oh, that's not 6 centimetres.
So that when I cut both lines, you've got a 6 centimetre bit in the middle.
That's why my brain's not working. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so I just need to figure out what I can do to be for me to feel like I'm being effective, worthwhile watching. Because I don't sell products, so I don't sell like Tim Holtz is lauded in the craft community, but he doesn't make stuff. He just sells it. He makes stuff to sell it, so he's like a product demonstrator. Whereas when I work full time as well, and I guess that's the other thing. But then I can't afford to not work full time because I can hardly afford to live on the full time that I do.
But that's just that artistic mentality, though, because even if you mastered something and were brilliant at it, you then start having a crisis over the next thing. And that's just anyone that makes anything creative suffers the same thing in some way. I know yours is greater because of the way you process things, but people are never happy with what they make, and always.
No, I know that people aren't happy with what they make, and it's not about I'm not happy with what I make. It's about I don't feel like I have a voice. I don't think I'm creating anything new or different that, and what's going to bring people to watch me rather than, I don't know, Nick the Booksmith, Artie Mays, Sunnyside Journals, Wishes and Weeds, Tracy Fox, Roxy Creations. There are all these big names, and even like the smaller names and things. What is it that they do? What is their USP? What is my USP? I think my USP is the fact that I am very transparent and honest about who I am and how I feel and my mental health and how it's impacted. But then when I am like I am today, and I am honest and true, and my emotions are raw, and then I get people saying negative things and saying I should be X, Y, and Z, and I should keep my opinions to myself and my feelings and my thoughts, and or even like I build up my subscribers over a course of a few weeks, and then have a bit of a low point like I am today, and then that means then that I'll lose subscribers. So because I'm not Mr. Cheerful 24/7, and also I know that I'm having a low as well because I've had a high for the last few days, and it's not sustained. I can't sustain it, and I've been very social recently, and being social is really tiring. Don't get me wrong, I love these people, but it's so tiring to be social, and I can't explain that. You either know that or you don't. Can you? Do you want me to cut it?
No,
I probably can cut it. I just don't know what to cut it with. What do I cut it with? Is it not going to be fraying if I just... So I know I over-process everything. Everything is over-processed. Somebody asks me a question or wants me to do something, and I over-process why they're asking, and like, does that mean that I'm not good enough because they're critiquing it, or I don't know. I can't explain it. Well, I'm not really explaining it very well. Brian says I am explaining it, but I'm not really explaining it very well in a way that people understand, are they? So, I am going to be doing another video soon as well, because I was playing the other day, and I was finding different ways to do things. I was playing with what happens if, when like you make what they're called, when I do my decoupage with my napkins, and the napkin disappears when you put watered down Mod Podge on it, because it kind of like it's saturated and it kind of turns it transparent. Well, I was doing the same, and I thought, I wonder what would happen if I used like dressmaking tissue paper, and I've created something that now looks like a bit like vellum. So I'm going to do a bit of a tutorial on making that. So that's another thing that's going to be coming up. I also tried it with some tissue paper as well. Sorry, not tissue paper, tracing paper. So this is tracing paper. So you can create like a vellum-y type thing. Anyway, I'm going to give you a tutorial about how you do that if anybody's interested. So, and I've seen other people making glass, not so it's the glassine, isn't it? So I've seen other people making glassine, like faux glassine, but like it's so complicated, and you have sometimes you have to use some nasty chemicals and like spray varnish and all sorts of things, which you can't do inside. Whereas I was trying to find a way where I wasn't going to, because I have struggled with breathing as it is, so like I was trying to find a way where I could do it without inhaling horrible chemicals and things. So anyway, that's what I'm going to. Sorry.
Cut the small bit.
All right. Okay.
The most difficult bit, but the scissors will just cut fine.
So anyway, let's cut.
But that's a plus side of, you were talking about your brain processing. That's a plus side of your brain processing.
What's a plus side of my brain processing?
Because you look at things like glassine and can work out ways to try and make something look like glassine with things you have lying around rather than the big chemicals and stuff. It's the same with food, and you used to do it with fakeaways for Slimming World. And you have that ability.
And the sellotape that I made.
Yeah, you have that ability to look and go, what can I do to make it look this way and get that effect? So that's one of the good things about your brain processing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
You're happy to talk about the bad stuff, but as soon as it says something good, it's like, okay.
I know, but like it's only you. It's your opinion, isn't it? Other people don't feel like you.
Yeah, but I'm an expert. Remember that.
And like, I absolutely know. The other thing that's like really annoying is like I absolutely know that some people like I was watching something the other day where somebody referenced, like it was like only another little crafter somewhere else, but like they said, I was watching a guy making faux burning technique, but didn't mention me. Now if I see somebody making something and I think, oh, I really like that, I'll reference them. And like then I think, oh great, okay, so I'm sending my subscribers elsewhere, but like I always thought, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, but clearly that doesn't happen. So anyway, I know I get fixated on the subscribers thing. You know why? Because like, it costs a lot of money to do these things, and like, I'd like to make a bit of revenue from it. You're going to see an ad at some point, so why can't I make a bit of money out of you seeing that ad? So anyway, let's stick these down because I'm really sorry. I'm going nowhere, am I, with this video otherwise at the moment? So I need to cut it off though, don't I? I don't know whether to do that after I've stuck it down, or whether it's gonna. So anyway, this video that was going to be a short video because like my brain's not working is now going to be a longer video because I need to get this bit done, because now I've started it I need to finish it. So apologies. I'm going to cut this bit off. And also I started late. Oh, I'm having a real struggle now with, do I just end the video or do I carry on?
Carry on.
Where's the scissors that I had there? Sorry, I'm concentrating, so I have to be quiet. I've got my tongue stuck out, so I'll put that on there, and then that's going to be long enough. going to go to there. Do I want it to... It's going on there. No, I don't want it there. So, yeah, so that's going to go on there. I'm going to put that down to there. I'm going to cut that off. There. And there. Okay, so let's join those lines up now. Where are they? Oh, where are those lines? Sorry about this, folks. Is it okay, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People have said carry on, keep going.
I know, I just don't want to... I know that people have a life and other people have a life, not so much me, but...
People are good.
I'll put that on, do that, cut that bit off. So that's going to go on there. Is that too short? No, it's the right sort of length, that's fine. And then I'm going to do this one, and then I can stick them both down. And then I'll get out of your way for today. Is that straight? No. Let's make it straight. So, put that on there. I'll make it this as straight as I can. So, anyway, once I've done this, we'll end the video for today. I don't have the cord and everything sorted out. I don't know what cord I'm going to use now. I did say about that blue cord, but I don't know whether the blue and green cord, I don't know whether to use that or not. And I certainly don't have the stuff for the French board. I don't know whether people call it French board or other people have other names for it. Sorry, I'm really struggling at the minute. I'm struggling to push through and stop my brain from worrying about stuff. So I'm sorry if I don't sound the same, my normal self. But I'm fighting really hard to keep it together. And if you don't think I've kept it together, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being sorry about everything.
Is that always there?
I don't know.
Not done anything to be sorry for.
Well, I know, but if you don't say sorry, people get annoyed and complain.
Yeah.
So then I have to deal with the... So when people say horrible remarks, then I have to deal with the whole fallout of how that affects my mental health as well. So anyway, that's going to go on there. Shall I stick it down? Shall I, Brian? Shall I stick it down?
Yep. No, you
People, I know, but like people don't. People like bored. I would normally not worry about any of this. I would not be asking Brian what he thought, but I'm just not. I don't have the confidence today. So I know I'm putting quite a bit of glue on, and I'm going to smooth it out before I put it on. Otherwise, it'll bleed through, and then I'll be in the same boat. Otherwise. So I'm thank you if you have stuck with me and you're still here and you're not got really annoyed with me, and if you are really annoyed with me, thank you for not telling me that you're really annoyed with me, because that's really difficult. I don't know why though. I don't know why my mental health is all over the place at times, but it is. So Anyway, let's put this on here and shut up, Dave.
You bet, I hadn't thought about that. You've had a really high week.
Yeah. It's very hard to maintain that whole... Everything's fantastic all the time. I'll stick that on before it gets too... Sorry, I know it's probably not on camera.
So, Sally says, same as me, you don't need to apologise. You are enough, and you do enough. I enjoy my Sunday morning watching you craft. When people make negative comments, they're telling you who they are. Their comments aren't about you, they're about them.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've never thought about it
We've
like
been
that.
looking at it, Sally.
Is that okay like that? That's all right, isn't it? It's not. I know it's not perfect, but it's. I feel like a fraud though sometimes. I just feel like you're all watching me explain to you what to do, and sometimes I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Yeah, but do you not also think that they watch it because they're watching the person?
I don't know.
That includes.
I watch the person, but I don't know whether that's how normal
That
people behave.
The meltdown and anything else that goes wrong.
No, I don't think they watch.
It's part of. No, I'm not saying they tune in for a meltdown, but they.
I know there are some people that do you know something? One of my biggest watched videos, the one that's I didn't get many likes from it. Oh no, I got more likes from it as well. Sorry, I got more likes, but I didn't gain any subscribers from it. One of the biggest watched videos is one that's called Craft, Chat and Cry, and I think people watched it because they wanted to see me cry. So, and people do. People like to see people. Misery sells, doesn't it?
Back to what?
Misery sells newspapers, doesn't it? You don't buy a newspaper to read all about how wonderful everything is in the world. You read.
That goes back to what Sally just said. It's about them. That's more about them, not about you.
Oh no.
That just shows the sort of person they are.
Yeah, I know, but I was just saying. I don't know.
Oh no, okay.
I'm sorry. I'll take it back. What I was saying.
No, you're right.
I'm right. I thought you were saying I was wrong to say what I was saying.
No.
Sorry, it's the literal thing now. So, going over there. I just need to flatten that out a bit more to be able to put that on. There you go. So I know that we changed. I know we made it all. That fabric that we put on there, we did it with staining it and making it look. Is that the right way up? Yeah. I'm making it look all like old, and now I've changed it again. But like, I just couldn't leave it the way it was, and I know that those edges don't match. But it's a bit wider here than it is over here. But it'll have to do. It's probably more about how I cut the fabric than anything else. So there we go. So that's and I know you can't tell, but this has got like a flock feel to it. So not horrible flock. I don't like horrible flock. I don't like how some flock makes it feel, but it's nice flock. So
that's true actually. Sometimes when we're out and he feels it and it's like, get me something else to feel quick.
Yeah, I'm quite sensory. Well, I am very sensory, but
well, we've told people about you using the statues, haven't we?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just making a hole in where the bit's going to go for the brad. That bit, yeah, that's that bit there. And then I sometimes wonder whether that's the reason why I don't get people watching me, because like I'm autistic, and maybe that's they want to watch normal people. So again, I overprocess everything I ever think. I can't help it. It's just can't help it. Or is it because I'm gay? Or is it because I'm male? Or is it because I'm 50, or is it 52, or is it because
That's the thing. If you're an overthinker like that, you'll find any reason. You can attach any reason to occur.
yeah. So anyway, that's what we've done today. Okay, so this is where, let's just get that off there, otherwise so we've put this bit on today. We've put the new panels on, the ones that you voted for, and we've stuck this down and put this bit in. So a bottle had fallen out, but so, and then we've made the holes for the next bit that we're going to do. So next week we're going to make a French board. Now the French board will either going to be here, or it's going to be something attached to the piece of cord that we're going to put down here. But I'll figure that out. Hopefully we'll do the French board, depending on whether I can get some black elastic, because I know elastic in the world has disappeared because they're using it for masks. So that's it. So that's where we are. So thank you for sticking with me. I hope you like what we've done so far to it. I hope it's looking okay, acceptable, whatever. And thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me to kind of work through this, even though my brain's still trying to process. So thank you for putting up with me while I cry. I can feel my emotions being right on the surface again now. Well, they've been there. I've just kind of hidden them a bit while I carried on. So I'm going to have to go and process those a bit. So that means I'm going to have to go and have a cry. And then I'll see you again next week. So thank you for today. Sorry I was late coming on. The internet didn't help how my brain is working either. So I had to reboot the browser. Sorry, I keep over explaining everything. I'm sorry. I'm going to go. Right. Have a lovely day. Remember, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. And I will see you all very soon. Have a lovely afternoon, morning, or evening, or whatever time it is with you. And I'll speak to you soon. Lots of kisses, big hugs, and see you next week. Thank you. Okay, bye.